I'm here with Raj Barta from Siemens. And Raj, let's talk here at Hanover. First of all, what are some of the challenges you're seeing in the industrial sector right now and some of the ways that this show is going to help bring those challenges to light?
Well, I would say, Bob, the biggest theme that you see here is digitalization. And digitalization is an accelerator in time to market. And time to market is the decisive factor in industries today. People want to get their goods and products out early because getting to market early means that you have a first mover advantage, you have a price advantage, you have a competitive advantage. And if you look at some of the great examples of this, you look at Boeing with historic backlogs of planes, and to order their most popular plane, you wait 7 years, and so they have to move the assembly line down, along, and use advanced manufacturing techniques and digitalization to be able to accelerate that process. And then camera manufacturers on the other side, they have a 6-month longevity from the time they release their product and its shelf life till the time it's obsolete. So it shows you how important time to market is. And digitalization is an accelerator of this, where you can do it without doing any physical prototyping.
One of the things we're also seeing, though, along those lines, is that we have a lot of legacy plants in the U.S. and around the world.
Yeah.
How do we address the issue of legacy manufacturing, and what can digitalization do to help that?
Well, I mean, that's true. So if you look at the average age of plants in the U.S., and so many studies talk about this, but I think 3/4 of our plants in the U.S. are 20 years old. The average age of the assets in those plants is 35 years old. Then you'll hear from some very progressive manufacturers, and they'll tell you that whose digital maturity model is extremely good, and they'll say they're still using some floppy disks periodically.
Yeah.
The plant. So it shows you what the extremes are. So I mean, I think modernization in these plants to capitalize on the Internet of Things, on digitalization, on using advanced technology to increase productivity. These are all extremely important topics to, again, get to market faster.
And you're talking to your customers, and those discussions really are driving a lot of the solutions we're able to see here at Hannover Messe.
Yeah, and so what we show you here is the art of the possible. So how you can virtualize. But to virtualize, you have to be on a digital backbone. Everything should be available digitally. Your automation system, your manufacturing execution system, and your product information should be available digitally. So you can simulate with a very, very high degree of accuracy if you don't have a physical assembly line, if you don't want to do physical prototyping. So I think there are a lot of advantages to doing this in the virtual world and then doing it in a closed loop way.
Well, congratulations on another successful Hannover Messe, and great to talk to you.
Thank you.